Brody are down here at the shop. He has his camera because he's making a video about his Nissan.
Oh.
Which is something that you guys will probably see on his channel sometime shortly. But I just want to get into the logistics of what's happening with this and when you guys will see it, if you guys see it.
So there's a lot of black sludge in my intake manifold, and my oil pump actually ended up going out. What the fuck
was that? Anyways,
the sump actually ended up falling off of my oil pump, which is, as we know, no bueno.
not good. Not good.
I'm just gonna pin this before it fucking falls on my feet. Fuck. But 350. And Brody and I toured out over this last weekend. And
Completely tore it off the truck.
got everything.
We were gonna pull the transmission and T-case at the same time, but it was gonna be too much of a hassle.
And if you look at this transmission, it's got a very weird bell housing design. So the inspection cover does the whole bottom half, whereas this one doesn't. Jesus fucking Christ, does not. This one is all one piece with your little inspection cover down there, which is not good for getting your torque converter bolts out, which was a fucking hassle for us.
That was a nightmare. Yep.
Had to use the impact, but the 96, it's the first year of the Vortec, the shit tech. It's got, if you can get up in here with a light without stepping on my push rods. Cleaned up the wrong spot. 302,000 miles.
And like 100,000 being completely beat on.
Nah, 200,000 of being completely beat on. This truck is by no means pretty. It is no means nice. This thing has been very good to me. It is a nice truck. If I do some stuff to it, it's got a lot of dents.
It has
a lot of dings.
The frame looks amazing under it.
You could damn near you could clean it and eat off of it.
Yeah.
Taillights are good. I mean, the bed needs to go. Brody Sonoma, moving it, I actually backed into my door and dented it even worse, and you couldn't see the dent before. Now you can see it.
Yep. My back bumper also did like that, but it's not that bad.
Damn. Here's all of the pieces and parts and.
So if you ever hear us say anything about Scooby, that's why.
Yep, about the green truck. The interior overall is not terrible.
Pretty nice. It needs cleaned up. Still has a good headliner.
The subs that Brody actually put in his car used to be in this truck. They were turned up to the point where my back window would damn near fall out. I mean, the mirrors, new mirrors, it has new headlights, and then the oil sump fell off of the pump.
So they had it tack welded.
Someone tried to tack it, and when you do that, you're supposed to lay a lot of heat.
They're pissed on me.
So then
it'll never get rusty though.
Yeah. But overall, it's not a half bad truck. We did have to end up cutting the exhaust to get the inspection cover off.
That was a nightmare.
Because whoever ran this exhaust did not do it the best of the ways.
No, they did not.
Getting the motor out was a hassle. I mean, lots of wires.
Lots.
And that is what took up 90% of mine and Brody's time of taking the motor out of this. That and finding the last 3 pesky little bell housing bolts. We could have sworn we took
6 out.
6 out, and then
turns out that there's what, 8?
No, there's 7.
There's 7. That's right.
It's very, very weird. But if I come over here to the back of my motor, so bell housing bolt, 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 bell housing bolt. So there's 7 bell housing bolts on my truck, which 96, not the greatest of years because it was the first year of the Vortec. Not a half bad truck. The color is super nice. I really like the color the truck is.
And sadly, we didn't get any footage of us pulling it.
There was too much going on, as you can see by the big puddle and parts literally scattered
Everywhere. Just for
everywhere.
reference, this table was nice and
Clean. Yeah, cleaned it the day that we.
We started this.
Yeah,
Well, you started it a while ago.
never got around to finishing it.
Yep.
And we didn't get to record this, but this is what took up a lot more of our time and effort. Was doing this. Lights up.
Thinking about putting LED
These strip
lights
lights
in
in it.
there so we can change the color.
This took us 3.5-ish hours.
Oh, probably 4 hours in total, start to end.
But we've been doing up the shop a lot, and that's why I really haven't had the time to quite move and get along with doing my truck, is because we've been worrying about
Cleaning the
redoing
place
everything else
along the
because
building so we can finally get to the point
of opening, because we're wanting to get to open, and you know, like that, we can't move that. That is very not nice to us.
Started off as a video about your truck and now we're doing a whole shop tour over here.
Yep.
I don't know why I turned on my light, it's still daytime. The phone axle's not mounted.
At all. So in this is my brother's truck. This is the old name of the shop.
Gas and diesel services.
Whereas my brother was like, hey, ratchet strap the axle to the frame. So we did that. Well, we found out that either this is really sharp in here, or my ratchet strap cannot take the load of a fucking axle.
The tractor was even having problems.
The tractor was having problems picking the front of this thing up. I mean, granted, it is loaded with pieces, parts, steering wheel, key to a Honda. Then we have this.
Which is not ours, it's the customers from when this was still gas and diesel
Services.
And
I actually finally just got in contact with the guy, and I will read off what I have said. Okay. So he sent me a receipt that my brother did, because my brother did a bunch of work on this thing, including the brakes, resealing both front and rear axle, redoing the whole front assembly and putting all brand new parts in. This is a 3-year vehicle. Extremely hard to find parts for. Anything that is a year or 2 years or 3 years, you're gonna have issues finding. And so I told the guy as of 4:49 p.m. today that today at 5 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, storage fees will be applied before vehicle can leave, because it is taking up space in our lot of stuff, because we have to fix that white truck right there. We've got to get that Explorer down to its bones and send it off to the scrapyard. That cab, my brother's got to take some stuff off of, and then it's going to the scrapyard. And then we do have a guy staying behind here, which
I won't show too much of that.
most legal thing, but
He's who pays our bills.
he said, "Did you just send me a text?" Yes, I did. Didn't tell him that, obviously, because he texted me back. And he asked if I found the transmission, because my brother ended up buying a transmission for this, and it never got. It needed rebuilt because it was a used transmission. So he ended up sending it back from eBay over the warranty. I said, not a clue where it's at. If you can get it out of here and I can bring you your transmission and transfer case when I find it, because I have to source around and see where it went. And then what he had texted me when it came in, it was drivable. And I had said, well, whereas my brother has messed up your vehicle, I don't know what to tell you. You can come down here and get it. He has not responded to me. He probably is not going to respond to me. If it sits here, eventually he's going to be like the guy that we bought the Dodge Durango from. Well, I bought it from my brother, but the guy that had it before. He owes a little over $128,000
In storage fees. It's that Durango's not worth that.
It's worth $5,000 at max, because it just had $4,000 or $5,000 worth of work done.
Yep.
We still have a lot to do here. I have a lot to do on my grain truck.
Now you go check out my channel at Brody's Life. You might see some clips of us coming out back, and you can see it's a complete mess out here. And now it's getting a whole lot cleaned up. We still have a lot of weed walking to do, all of that. But yeah, making huge progress out here.
But I mean, for my parents having this and us not doing anything with it to the extreme like what my brother did, I mean, he had cut holes in the ground and laid new pipes everywhere for the water line, because in our town everything used to be copper underground.
Everything. But like the sign itself, that's a sick sign. I'm glad we hung it up. It looks great.
My dad, what, 2001?
Yep, 2001.
Bought that for almost $10,000. It was on his shop in New Hampshire.
Yep, which was a
And we were in
quarter of the
Idaho.
size. Yeah. So probably from where the end of that window is to the
That
edge of
wall
the building.
was as
That-
big as his building, as far back as this one is.
So about that size, and now we have a shop this big.
It's a really big building for a sign that was on something that sign looked huge on the other building.
Yeah, it looks tiny on this building, but it looks sick.
It does. And thanks to the help of a couple of people here, because people like to help in this town, at least a lot of them do,
A lot.
we got the sign hung. And that was a project that we were out till 10 o'clock last night.
Yeah, that was a nightmare. And that was only hanging the chain and hanging the sign up on the chain. But today we came up, we drilled the holes and mounted it. It's not going anywhere.
We'll be lucky to get it off.
Yeah. Now all that's left on doing on this sign is running conduit up right there, because we just have wiring loom.
You can even hardly see that from far away.
Yeah, it looks good.
And we'll probably cut to a clip of it at nighttime, which is something that we're gonna have to wait for, because
Beautiful sunset.
the sun's going down. It's very nice. Hey, we've been up there.
We have.
But that concludes of my green truck, plus a little bit of a shop tour. It's not the cleanest inside because we've been doing a lot.
A lot. So once the whole place is cleaned up, all cleaned up and ready to open full business, we'll do a whole shop tour, everything. On my channel or Quinn's channel.
Or
Yeah.
both.
Or both. But yeah, all in general, I'm happy that we've made it this far so far.
69. Hit.